Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Stumblefoot Brewing Company. They're out of San Marcos, California. This is their Hops Don't Suck series, and they use Nelson hops on this one. And then they've done like 3 different hop versions of this particular beer. I didn't see any kind of dating on this. This is a 7.5% alcohol by volume on it. Like I said, I don't see any kind of dating on the label. There may be something stamped on the bottle somewhere, and we'll look when we come back for the final chug. I don't know how big the brewery is. I don't think I've had anything from these guys. I got this from Donovan and the guys out there at Servall Liquors in San Diego. Craftcity.com on the internet, guys, if you want to check them out. Like I said, I don't think I've had anything from these guys before, so I don't know how big the brewery is and whether they're dating anything or not. So like I said, we'll take a closer look when we come back for the final chug. It doesn't have a commercial description on this, and I don't have any IBUs listed on Beer Advocate, Rate Beer, or Untapped. So with that being said, we'll go over to the food pairings while I pop the top on this. Cuisine is your typical IPAs. Cuisine is curry and your Thai foods. Cheeses that are peppery, Monterey pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar. Your stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola Limburger. The meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, and salmon. I will add grilled meat to that. Glass by the pint, back in onyx tumbler mug, Stein Seidel. I'm using my favorite glass, which is the Sovereign beer glass, and not recommended for extended cellars. Guys, over to the light, it is pretty murky. I mean, it is a darker color than typical. I don't see a lot of floaties or anything in it. I didn't notice anything in the bottom of the bottle. But it is very dark brown and murky. Very unusual color for an IPA. About a finger of head on that pour. Let's get a nose on it. Not a big hop presence on this, guys. Little bit of maltiness in there. It concerns me that it may be an older beer. I did go back and I looked at some of the stuff on Rate Beer, and the first posting was back in May, and I'm just afraid this is an older beer. A little bit of floral herbal hops in there, not a lot. Doesn't have a big hop presence, guys. It really doesn't. Well, let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Donovan. All the guys out there at Servall Liquors in San Diego. Alcohol is very well hidden, I will say that. But the hops they've used in this is not very pronounced. It's definitely not a West Coast style beer, guys. I would be concerned if this is an older beer. I really would. And like I said, I don't see anything stamped on the bottle anywhere as far as any kind of dating. So this might be drinking an older beer here, guys, and an IPA. Not real sure. Hopefully, I got the precious thing that Donovan had out there, but I don't know how long he's had it. So. 22-ounce bomber, enough to share with the other half, which I intend to do. So Let me sip on it for a little bit and see where we're at. Not your typical IPA flavors to me, guys. And the Nelson hops may be a little more subdued, maybe a lot like a European style hop with that herbal, floral type hop presence instead of that big up in your face, piney, grapefruity, pineapple-y taste. So, well, let me sip on it and I'll come back and we'll do the final chug. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm just sitting on about 20 minutes. I gave most of it to the other half. I'm very unimpressed with this beer. I took a close examination of the bottle there, and in very small writing on the bottom of the label on the other side, over here, it does have 50 IBUs. So they do have the ABV and the IBUs that's on the beer, but there is no date on it whatsoever. And looking at what everybody else has commented on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, there's only 3 reviews on each site, and one of them is back in March. So I don't know how often they've brewed this beer, or how often they do brew it, since they've done 3 different versions and 3 different hop series on this. As bad as I hate to say it, I think this is an old beer, guys. It's more malty than it is hoppy. And with 50 IBUs, it's very easy drinking. Perhaps a good transitional beer for somebody that wants to get into an IPA or even a bigger IPA, 7.5%. But very unimpressed. I will say it's very easy drinking and the alcohol is very well hidden, but it's definitely more malty than it is hoppy. Final chug. To me, guys, tasting this beer and with the color that I'm getting from this beer, I think it's an old beer. I do. Donovan, if you see this review, you might want to post in there how old you think it is or how long you've had it. If I could get this beer here, guys, I probably would not buy this beer, and I probably won't review it again. So just my opinion. Very un-IPA-esque, if you will. And I don't know if that's just the type of hops with the Nelson hops they've used in there, or it's an old bottle. So with that being said, like I said, there's no ratings on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer for this beer. My opinion on this, guys, I'm going to give this, a 5. It's a B minus. Numeric rating on this guy would probably be an 80. Not something, if you're a hophead, to seek out. If you are a hophead and you're used to drinking the West Coast style beers, which is where this comes from, you will be very unimpressed with it. And like I said, with no dating on the bottle, I have no idea how old it is. So let's go over to Untapped, and Untapped has it as 3.89, which is B+. So, but like I said, I'm not exactly sure how old the beer is. The last one on here is from August the 16th, and I'm reviewing this at the end of August. I've only had this beer a couple of days. I just got the shipment in last week from Servall Liquors and Donovan and the guys, so not impressed. Not impressed. Like I said, I probably wouldn't buy this beer. So, as much as I hate to tell you that, Donovan, very unimpressive beer, my friend. The Citra might be better, and like I said, they did like 3 different versions of Nelson, Citra, and Mosaic. I think it's the 3 that they did in this Hops Don't Suck series, but the hops suck pretty bad in this one. Very hop subdued, if you will. So another reason we need those dates, guys. We got to have those dates on the IPAs. We just got to have them. And I don't know how big the brewery is, especially since there's no ratings on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer on this beer. Maybe they can't afford it. Maybe they're a new brewery. I don't know what the reason is for them not dating it, but it's got to have it. That way we'll know how old the beers are. So, with that being said, that's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to stick to it. B minus, about an 80 in my opinion. Much better IPAs out there than this. So, like I said, I would not purchase this beer if it was available here, and I probably won't get it again from Donovan. So, with that being said, I wouldn't mind like trying the Mosaic and the Citra version of this if we know how old it is. So, unless we have a date on the bottle or or something like that. I'm probably not interested in doing those if they've done them at the beginning of the year. So, and one of the guys' comments on Beer Advocate, he did it back in March. So, I don't know how old the beer is, man. If it was done in February or March, and here we are at the end of August, almost September, the hops have faded completely out at this stage of the beer. So, if you've had this from Stumblefoot Brewing Company, the Hops Don't Suck series, this is the Nelson version of it. Let me know what you think, guys. Come on back tomorrow. Let's stick something tasty out of the fridge. See you then.